What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my new lens port for my 24-70 from Aquatech. This is going to be a super exciting video. I've been wanting to get one of these for so long now. I've been doing surf photography for around 7-8 years now, and then this is my first lens port that's not the 50mm lens port. So this is a huge upgrade, and I'm going to tell you guys my experience with it, first thoughts, impressions on my first shoot, and show you guys some examples that I got. So let's get right into the video. First impressions. So right when I opened this thing, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is huge. So this thing, like, this is my head right here, and this is this thing. This thing is huge. Look at how big it is from here. And this is how far it sticks out from the body of this whole housing. So this is like, you could probably put 2 housings right here. This thing is huge, and this is what I'm used to. So this is the lens port for the 50mm f1.8 normally, and this is what I opened up the package to, and I was like, oh my goodness, because like, even look at this. This is crazy. Like, when I opened this package, I was like, there's no way that I can have this in the water while I'm doing surf photography. And then it gives you the ability to zoom and stuff right here as well, which is amazing. But yeah, right when I opened it, I was like, wow, this thing is huge. It is super heavy. So I was like a little worried, honestly, especially with all that glass. Super expensive if you scratch it, anything like that. So I made sure to get a cover for that. But first impressions are that super excited for it, and it is super big. So was kind of just a lot going through my head. I was like, how am I gonna do this? Setting it up, I was a little bit worried because it's 2 pieces instead of that one smaller piece. I was like, I have to make sure that all the seals are good and everything's all clean, because that's definitely a big thing too with seals. You want to make sure that you clean it the night before, so that when you're going out in the morning, you're not rushing to get ready or anything, because that's how you get a leak then, which is honestly one of the worst things that can happen as a surf photographer. So make sure you clean everything before. But that was kind of my first thoughts and impressions. And first off, why I got the 24-70mm for surf photography. Well, as I told you before, I've only used this one before for my 50mm f1.8. So it didn't really give me a lot of flexibility in what I was shooting. It wasn't f1.8, so a pretty fast lens, but it's also a plastic lens, a little bit cheaper glass, and that's kind of why I used it, because that lens before was like 200 bucks, I think. I think I got it for even 150, and it was on sale, which is insane for a 1.8 lens, but that's why it's called the Nifty 50. I made a video on it. It's one of the best lenses that I've used actually, and I still love it. But you don't have a lot of flexibility with surf photography, and with surf photography, you have to be super careful with the elements, the waves, surfers coming at you, reefs, all of that. And you can't move a ton, obviously, because you're literally swimming around, and if there's a big break right in front of you, you can't be right in that break, or a surfer's gonna hit you, stuff like that. So this 24-70 gives me a lot of zoom flexibility, which is the first time I've ever had a zoom lens doing surf photography in the water. And so far, I've used this lens twice. I'll tag that video right here. I think it's in this corner, might be in this corner. But anyways, it was a super fun time. It was really interesting learning how to use it, because I shoot with a trigger right here, and then also I usually hold it right here. But then also I'd have to take my hand off. So it's interesting, if there's a wave coming at me, I'd have to go pretty quick and then hold it back on. But this was super fun. I usually would leave it at the 70 because I wanted to kind of be further away from the wave, but obviously have those photos be closer. And I was shooting at Blacks in San Diego, so it was pretty big that day. Posted a bunch of photos from there, got a bunch of awesome barrel photos. It was probably like 5 to 6 foot, so pretty big day. And in those days, you obviously don't want to be right where the wave's crashing on you, or you could definitely get hurt. But I did try out the 24mm as well. Got some really interesting and unique wide angle shots, which I hadn't done before because I only shot with the 50mm. So that was super cool, because it really opened up what I was able to shoot, and I think will be open up to a lot of different possibilities with my photos, and I'm super excited to keep testing it out. So yeah, first thoughts and results are really fun to use, and I really liked how it looked. And I think that also that port looks really good. And in the 24, I was a little bit worried that there'd be water drops on it, because it's a super big area that all the water has to get off. But I didn't really see that at all, like, or any more than I did with the smaller one. So was super excited about that. And then at the 70, it gives you like a really narrow perspective, so you're only really getting around that middle of that lens port, so you don't have to worry about it as much, and I didn't see any water drops using that at the 70, so that worked out really good as well. So overall, is it worth it to get the new lens port for your housing, or if you don't have a housing, to get one of these lens ports with your first one? I would say it totally is worth it. Only using it a few times, it totally expands what I'm able to do. It was $500 when I got it. It was on sale. I think it's only $600 or $700, which is a little bit crazy, but overall it gives you so much more flexibility in your photos, and you're able to shoot so many more different things. You could shoot closer, further away, and they also make these for all different types of lens. You could use 70 to 200 in there, which I've seen a lot of people use at like Pipeline or something if you want to be further away from the action but look closer up, and stuff like that I think really helps you out. So first off, figure out which lens that you actually want to use all the time in your housing, because obviously you don't want to be buying like 10 of these lens ports, because that doesn't even make sense. So figure out, hey, I want to use this lens and this lens the most in the water. Buy those two lens ports, or buy one first, test it out, see how you like it. If you don't think you're going to use a lens port that much, I probably wouldn't buy it, because it is a big investment. Crazy storage and stuff as well, because some of them are super big like this one. But overall, it really changes how you do photography. I'm gonna throw a couple examples right here. I'll throw like 4 photos on there that I really liked. Some narrow ones, some wide angles from that shot from Blacks. I also posted these photos on my Instagram, so go check that out below. But would I buy this again? I would definitely buy this again if I had the choice. This is a great investment, and I would definitely say that it's gonna make my photos better, and hopefully it'll make your photos better too if you decided to invest in this. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button down below, like the video, really helps me out, and thanks for supporting me. Go to my website, check out my prints, selling presets now, so I know you guys were asking for that, so go check those out. Get 20% off if you sign up for my newsletter, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.